Tonight, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's located in the... Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Complete.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A 4-yard pickup.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 22 carries, 81 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Wilson.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy.
And that's caught inside the 35. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how.
And I think all you said here.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. That's to the tight end, Kobe Parkinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
I love this guy's makeup. He is not afraid to fail. He attacks on just about every snap. Wants to throw the football downfield first. He'll throw it short if he has to. But bottom line, he wants to put a lot of pressure on the defense with his arm.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Taken down at his own 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. And a quick throw here that's complete.
Goff.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, we've got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3 and out on their opening drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Goff now looks to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Taken down.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there. On 1st down, Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. On second down now, it's Carson. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's Carson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Carrier.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First and 10, it's Wilson. And a double cut. Picked off around the 27. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team, they want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. Maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll look to run with Dallas. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. DJ Dallas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams 7-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Michael Dixon, the kicker.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Khalif Raymond now. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to air one out, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Wilson.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit it and get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
On the ground, it's Dallas. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Wilson's pass.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. So out now is the Seattle field goal team.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good.
The field goal.
And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Seahawks 10, Lions 7.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it was to bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he stopped immediately there.
Swift, the ball carrier.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Tackle. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, Goff. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Jack Fox now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
Holding, receiving team.
Hey, we're going to do what we do. So a poor return exacerbated by a holding call makes this 1st and 10 back inside their own 5. Going on the ground with Homer. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At his own 4-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now we'll run with Dallas. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
42-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Goff. Here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run this with Homer. Broken tackle. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here to 29. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. So with the 3 interceptions, how does he erase those from his mind and just focus on this drive?
I think he may need some help from the coaching staff. Maybe the offensive coordinator says, okay, let's do a few of the shorter throws, quick rhythm throws where the ball's out of his hand quickly into a receiver. field just in case. Get your confidence back up, and then later on, you expand the targets again.
The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Right?
I love it. I love it.
Throwing after the interception. Wilson. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches.
To throw again on second down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will finally stop him as he's down the 40-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, here's Swift. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A.J. Collier on the stop.
Goff now looking to throw. Open man is Quintez Cephas. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings
now a carry for Swift. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's gone. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 12.
Back to throw. Goff. He gets this complete to Cephas. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Seahawks 10.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 24-yard line.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Michael Dixon.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
So here are the Lions to take over. Last week they got the victory against the San Francisco 49ers. They've got the lead in this one as well right now. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the gun. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
This is Homer. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Homer is the ball carrier. Taken down at the 14-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And his kick here is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 20.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
But we could talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. There's Goff. Incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
7 yards, the pickup there.
2nd and 3. At the 40.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Wilson's pass.
And he'll be brought down at the...
To be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good.
Mistake. Down.
Hockenson, incomplete. He was covered by...
Throwing again is gone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got to lock it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now Wilson on first down. Short throw to Disley.
Wilson
3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pick.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run here with Dallas. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. 6 yards left on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On first down, Wilson. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Pass intended for Tyler Lockett. Incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Lions 24, Seahawks 16.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Getting set to go again here on offense. Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Intended receiver there was Quintez Cephas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion, but this time the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. 11 yards there, first down.
Good for a Lions.
Out of the gun, Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down. Running is Swift.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. There'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on third down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now Goff. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Lions 27, Seahawks 16.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drop.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Charles Harris. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Third and long. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Well, apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. A first down carry here for Johnson. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Ford on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 on the Seahawks.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
On the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
From the gun, here's Goff. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the lead up to 14.
Lions 30, Seahawks 16.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it?
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Fumble on the play. Recover it by.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A gain of 7.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing again here, Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now
so it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Clinton Dunbar with a pick.
Wilson's pass.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
On 1st down, it's Wolf. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's gone. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Lions, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex on with can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
But you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so
now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Her she emergency mix. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it basketball. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. When I hit that. Okay. When I hit that. I ain't like it. Okay. When I hit that. Okay. When I hit that. Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing. Only winning is exception, ain't no truth. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. When I hit that. Okay.
habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bow down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place. I couldn't tell you G straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold it. I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can do. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Long tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On second down, Cook. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking sideline, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Cousins now from the 50. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Minnesota Vikings.
12 yards there and a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
They're going to the air on the opening drive.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Cousins gives way to Cook. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
The 21-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Cousins. Now the hit calls, and Cousins lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Nothing.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the brown patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people are wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run. Cook. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
from the gun. Here's Cousins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He was tackled at the 20.
Julian Okwara there to bring him down.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On play action, Cousins. This is Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. And a quick throw here. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the line of scrimmage.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
Now on 2nd and 16. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It's now 3rd and 2.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And 2 at the 10-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5.
That's good for another Minnesota Vikings. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Extra point.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball. How about that big, massive humanity that guided him to that spot?
Well, they got there. I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive.
7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the returns, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
So here come the Lions now. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Campbell making the catch. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable. And really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here. Because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Cook, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Back at the 40.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins, throw left side on target to Thielen. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver?
The Vikings 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
First down. Here's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
McGinnis for the extra point.
Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. Raymond now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Return. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To number 80. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Play action. It's Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Goff. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
Goff's pass.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
7-yard pickup.
Goff throwing again.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
4-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through.
Good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Lions 10.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
27-yard line.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the sack on first down, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go in? Able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Browns.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On second down, Swift. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Lions.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line. Fumble on the play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run here with Swift. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Midfield. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun. Goff. And this one taken in by Cephas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
A gain of 14. First down, Detroit.
From the gun, here's Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Number 33, carry on.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, it's gone.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, it's Wolf. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it's 3rd.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good.
The kick is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Vikings 21, Lions 13.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
For Irv Smith, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Cousins on 1st down. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Got a very strong gain of 24.
But we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
So the ball moves into Lion 7-yard line. Draw play, Madison. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Alexander.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
On the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Play fake. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Going on the ground with Madison. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. Here's Madison. I don't think he got there. He did not. They stopped him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Lions will take over. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a carry for Swift. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
The Lion ball carrier.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Third and long. It's gone. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 44, Cousins.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. He gets it left side of Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Raymond now on the return.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So out now come the Lions. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That is Tomlinson, who is down. Boy, not what they want to see. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On first down, Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's third down. And
again, Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Fourth down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They'll try it now with Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were back at their own 20.
Showed a little faith in the defense too, right?
Yep. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Up second and 4.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16.
A gain of 18.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From the red zone now, Goff. He'll get this into the hands of Morton. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second.
On second down now. Swift. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Lions on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Goff. His pass caught at the 4.
Goff's pass.
And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Hill there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within one score. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Jared Goff sacked. A fumble on the...
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You have the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
3rd and long for Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. After the interception, here's Goff. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand-new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. They'll get this underneath to Madison. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Narrow throw here, secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, we heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Now on second and 13. Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And we got an injury here. And I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 28-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by a field goal, 57 seconds to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. And this one taken in by Cephas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken Now Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Vikings, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.